back to Ace Attorney Investigations. I forgot to say this last time, but as usual, I am here with Katie.
Hello.
We are still on Turnabout Reminiscence, so Miri is still out, but don't worry, she shall make her return. In fact, we've only been like, hey, you want more roles? Like in our downtime. So, and she's like, yes, good. So, don't worry, there will be plenty more Miri in the future. But yeah, Gummy is under suspicion. Kay kicked Miles behind the knee and he went down like a bitch. Although, to be fair, shit hurts.
I said, fuck is young Francisca.
Yeah, you did say fuck is young Francisca. You also called Detective Bad a bastard in German.
Yep.
So
I warned you there was gonna be more German from the little German girl.
Oh no, you warned me. I only really like German. I just can't really speak it. But it's a language I plan to learn. Oh noes. Oh noes. But yeah, so now we gotta talk to Udgey and Bad. Aha, I had a group server open. So, did you see anything else? No, I don't think so. I see. Well, thanks for your cooperation. I like how he saluted Udgey.
No.
Oh, it's nothing. Just doing my duty as a defender of the law. That'll be all for now. I'll ask again if I have any other questions. Anytime, Detective. I'm slipping into Diego a little bit. Oh, no. Now, if you'll excuse me, I have a few loose ends I have to tie up. Oh, you're that new prosecutor Mr. Von Karma recommended, right? My name is Miles Edgeworth, Your Honor.
I am Manfred von Karma's daughter, Franziska von Karma. I am set to become a successor to my genius father any day now, Your Honor.
I see. Mr. New Prosecutor recommended my... I bit my tongue. Are you all right, Your Honor?
Please feel free to refer to me as just Miss von Karma, Your Honor. As for him, just Edgeworth is fine.
Apparently, somebody doesn't feel that I'm worthy of a proper title. Oh-ho! Very well then, I shall call you Miss Von Karma and you Mr. Prosecutor Edgeworth. Your Honor, Mr. Edgeworth is fine, sir. Now, about your earlier testimony. Yes, what about it, Mr. Edgeworth? I would like to ask you a few questions about what exactly you saw. All right. After all, it's my duty to clarify my testimony as a defender of the law. I greatly appreciate your cooperation, Your Honor. Now, the first thing I will need to do is to figure out that detective's exact movements. All right. Since I've got the cream shaver already. Detective Bad, I have something I wish to inquire about.
How about doing some actual work, you?
I wish to inquire into Detective Gumshoe's movements during the recess. You're getting in the way of the investigation. Have an order from Mr. Von Karma himself. Plus, I still hold investigative authority. Oh, I know. His music is one of my favorites.
Yeah.
So I hear you were the one who called for Detective Gumshoe to come down here. Faraday. The guy was just accused, you know? I just knew something was gonna happen. My detective's instinct told me.
A lot of good it did you. You couldn't even protect one lone prosecutor with it.
Francisca, I think you need to apologize.
I'm sorry.
I'm terribly sorry, Detective Bad. Please continue. I used the phone on the first floor. Called the precinct. I told them to send somebody over. Yo, this is way worse with the unnecessary feelings. I know!
You're welcome.
Hell of a way to find out you have a ship. And that detective's the one that showed up. And only upon his arrival did you set Detective Gumshoe to stand guard Detective Bad? Yeah. I waited for him on the first floor. After he got here, we came up to these defendant lobbies together. As we entered this hallway, we ran into you. She told us that Faraday was really mad, and that he dragged Rel off into lobby number 2 to have a word or something. And that Faraday had said to not let anyone interrupt them. So what choice did I have? All I could do was tell the big lug to stand guard outside. He's nearly as big as you, Bad. And around what time did all of that take place? Let's see. I think it was about 30 minutes before I heard the gunshot. After giving the big lug his assignment, he never left the hallway. Not once.
Oh? And how can you make such a claim?
One of the guards on the... Sorry. I just noticed something. I was trying to fix it while voicing at the same time. Do not recommend. Okay. One of the guards out on this floor's main lobby swore to me he didn't. If the detective never left the hallway, then where did he disappear off to?
It's simple. He must have gone to lobby number 2 just as I suspected.
You and we were in lobby number 1 next door. The only one without an alibi is Gumshoe. It would seem that I am still missing some key pieces of information. Detective Bad, you also heard the gunshot, did you not? Yeah. I heard it when I was in defendant lobby number 1. That's why I came running towards lobby number 2 together with you. How much time elapsed between you hearing the gunshot and your arrival on the scene? Less than a minute. What were your movements upon hearing the gunshot? I grabbed the big lug, who just walking around in the hall, and raced into lobby number 2. And that's when we discovered the bodies. In that order.
That makes you the discoverer of the crime scene, right?
Yeah, I guess it does, little miss.
I am about to become a prosecutor very soon. You will treat me with the dignity I deserve, or else.
You wave that thing around anymore, and I'll have you arrested for obstruction. little miss.
You wouldn't dare.
Just joking. Or am I? You talked shit about my partner.
Miles Edgeworth?
Francisca...
I already apologized.
And he has a right to still be angry at you. Detective Bad is really something if he can make Francisca behave. Are we... about done? Is there anything else I should ask him about? I'd like for you to tell me the exact time you heard the gunshot. It was around the end of the recess, and the trial was about to start again. I think. He was supposed to make time for himself to transfer the evidence he was holding. But I got the sense he wasn't gonna show for the handoff. So I figured I should go get him, or he'd be late. And just as I thought that, bang. The sound of a gunshot hit my eardrums. So he heard the gunshot right before the trial was about to restart, huh? Are we done here? I don't have any time to waste.
Oh, come on. All you're doing is standing in front of this door, doing nothing.
I get the sense that he is somewhat investigating this crime scene. Or rather that he is keeping us under surveillance. But to what end? Detective Bad, may I ask that you cooperate with us for just a bit longer? I don't have anything else to say to the two of you. You guys were the ones who said you wanted to investigate in the first place.
Fine then. Be obstinate. We'll just do as we please. Come on, Miles.
You may no longer be willing to help us, however. May I ask for the forensic scientist's cooperation? Do as you like. Let me eat this cream soda now. Crunch, crunch, crunch. Your Honor, I'd like to ask you a few questions if you don't mind. Where were you at the time of the murder? Do you suspect me of something other than my ritualistic summoning? What? No, nothing of the sort, Your Honor. What? Ziska, did I hear that correctly?
What does that word mean in English?
Ritualistic summoning?
Yes.
Miles explains it in German because I can't speak German.
Why would the judge be doing that?
I don't know. It's rather concerning. I can't tell if he's simply getting on in age or...
I do not know.
Meow meow, can I help you? Meow. Sorry, she's been scratching my chair.
She wants attention.
Yeah, well, I'm giving her scritches.
Wants all the attention.
She wants attention from all the chat. Chat, say hi to B. Scratch your butt. Ahem. Very well. You may continue with your testimony. Your Honor, it's your testimony I'm after. Francisca, I think he isn't quite right in the head.
I believe that is becoming even more clear.
Oh! I had no idea you were chasing after me or my testimony. I'm beginning to sense that I might want to avoid being in a trial run by this judge. I'm sorry, I couldn't even read that with a straight face. He's like exclusively who you see. Besides his
Besides summer child.
Yeah, I know. Besides his brother Udgey.
You got a storm coming.
Oh, honey, you got a storm coming. You meet Udgey twice, and then Udgey is like your sole judge. Let's see here. Now then, how should I put this? When you get to be my age, you need to pay more frequent visits to the restroom. If you go take a look through the window at the end of this hall, you'll see a small window. That is the window to the men's restroom. In other words, you can see clearly into this hallway from the men's restroom. When I was going to the restroom, that detective, Gumshoe, is it? Well, he was standing in front of the vending machines buying something from it. However, and this I couldn't believe, when I was about to exit the restroom, there was not a soul in the hallway anymore. Your Honor, if you could please calm down and explain it to me rationally. Oh, I'm really sorry. Please, let me regain my composure. It was really suspicious. That's what my finely honed judge's intuition said. Although, well, until the murders occurred, I just sort of brushed it off. Oh. Apparently, this judge doesn't understand the concept of staying calm. That's probably all I'm going to find out from His Honor. Mr. Edgeworth, may I return to my other duties now? Yes, I'm sorry to have held you up. Thank you for your cooperation, Your Honor. Oh, anytime, Mr. Edgeworth, anytime.
The judges in this country seem rather friendly.
Yes, if not a little wishy-washy. However, I hear that they are known to hand down very fair verdicts. Only that one, really. And his brother.
Yeah.
Like, those ones for sure, because Miles definitely got some people guilty. Like, convicted that were not supposed to be convicted.
Yeah. Yeah, he did do that.
It would appear that this vending machine sells snacks and various other foods.
Just lovely. What will they think of next?
Don't be a jerk in court like this. These beef jerkies. One packet for $9. Defendant's fresh milk. 1/2 pint for $7. Stay natural as the Swiss do until the end of these for $6. They're awfully overpriced.
The lineup is simply awful, period.
Speaking of snacks, I wonder if the Swiss roll the little girl dropped is from this vending machine.
I was wondering about that myself. We are going to examine each fucking snack. Don't let the prosecution and the defense make a ham sandwich out of you.
It sounds like it's directly at the ham of a judge.
Well, it certainly isn't directed at me. I can outmaneuver him any day. Don't be a court-in jerk like these beef jerks. I see.
Miles Edgeworth, wouldn't you agree that's a very clever pun?
Oh, I would avoid vending machine hot dogs too. I've had like even hot dogs from like convenience stores or like gas stations I've gotten sick from. Don't do it. It's not worth it. Do you really think they put that much effort into the product name?
Even a foolish fool could understand the foolish thinking of a fool who made it up. You're acting so foolishly that I got so thoroughly mad and... Okay.
I'm so sorry, I didn't know the scroll wheel skipped dialogue. And am now utterly famished. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I did not know that the scroll wheel continued dialogue. Thank you, BlueStacks. I'm so sorry, Katie. If you wanted a pack of these, all you had to do was ask like a normal person. Francie just wants beef jerky.
Came straight from the airport and I did not get any food.
I offered earlier. Are you hungry?
No.
Ziska.
I'm not.
After we solve the case, I'll buy you some jerky. How about that?
Okay.
Oh my god. I didn't take Francie as a jerky person.
She needs something to gnaw on when angrily.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, look at those canines she has. She can nosh on those. Okay, let's look at the very suspicious hot dogs. When you're in hot water, you might need a hot dog. Ugh. It looks as like this slogan was decided through a public contest. She chews on her crop. It is leather.
Yeah.
And the winner was Prosecutor Winston Payne.
What a pathetic slogan. No presents at all. Now, if it was up to me, it would read... If you leave matters into Yvonne Karma's hands, everyone in court will be found guilty dogs. Overruled.
No, I just simply object to that, Ziska. That has nothing to do with hot dogs.
Yes, it does.
It absolutely has nothing. They will think of the animal.
I will not discuss this further, Miles Edgeworth.
Well, you didn't win the contest. Prosecutor Payne did.
I don't even know who that is.
He's a prosecutor in this country. From what I understand,
Miles, neither do I.
High prosecutor, yeah. Miles just like, fuck if I know. Seriously, them looking at the vending machine is like one of the best parts of this case. When it's looking bad, blind your opposition with some OJ. Are they promoting violence?
Don't worry. My whip will make sure anyone following the advice won't be for long.
Compared to the sting of a whip or riding crop, the sting of orange juice may not be so bad. Oh, Miles, honey, citrus hurts like a son of a bitch. It will be just as bad. Defendant's fresh milk. What exactly is that supposed to mean? That has been bothering me.
I bet it means the milk is freshly milked by various defendants on trial right now.
No, I think it might mean that this was milked right here from the various defendants. Why did I say that?
Miles Edgeworth. You can't possibly be serious.
Of course not. That would be stupid. Completely.
He just like takes a step away from him.
Completely stupid.
Just taking a step away from her brother. Stay neutral as the Swiss do until the end of the end with these. The end of what?
Well, I assume it means the end of the trial. I suppose this means that one should eat these during a recess?
You can't eat during a trial. So I suppose the only time you can eat these is now. Huh.
I wouldn't mind if you wanted to eat one now. They come in packs of 2 after all.
We're in the middle of investigation. Besides, I don't have $6 on me.
If you want, we can pool our money and buy a pack together.
If I have to split it with you, then I don't want it. Also, I only have euro.
Oh, I love how she's so hungry, but she doesn't want to ask for a snack. Baby.
If you listen closely, you can just hear her, the soft little of her stomach.
The soft little. Oh, she's a growing girl. They need the food.
It doesn't look like there's anything contradictory left in this area.
The baby needs snack.
Baby does need snack.
Yeah.
All the snack.
I suppose not. Perhaps I should check somewhere else.
He's making the most ridiculous looking face.
That may be, but at least he doesn't look like someone who would tell a lie on purpose.
I suppose. But to a Fong Karma, evidence is the only thing that carries any weight.
Of course. At any rate, this poster seems to be of no use to us right now. There are no signs that this fire extinguisher was used in the crime.
If you could already tell from a distance, then why are you wasting your time with examining it?
Francisca, let's not try to rush absolute genius.
Nerds!
Oh my god, I love them so fucking much. These little idiots. Oh, just smush their faces. I won't rest until I've inspected every suspicious-looking nook and cranny. So that window on the other side belongs to the men's restroom.
I can't see it.
At your height, I'm not surprised. Go! I guess short people have feelings too. Ugh!
What is the matter?
I pricked myself on one of this cactus's needles. I didn't think the needles on this thing would be so sharp.
Well, what did you expect? Can you imagine how bad it would be if you were hit on the head by one of these? Anyway, this cactus seems to be unrelated to our case.
Do you really think so? Because I believe that this cactus sitting on the windowsill is completely related.
Oh, well then, I look forward to your explanation on how exactly it is related.
What is this? It's a pink-colored piece of trash made of rubber. I feel like I've seen something like this before.
Well, all I see is a piece of garbage. But you know, the fact that there is a litter running loose inside this courthouse is simply unforgivable.
Ah! It's not like it was I who littered.
Rubbish belongs in the rubbish bin.
Ah!
Imagining her smacking his hands.
I know, he's like, I need to learn how to dodge like Detective Bad does. The ants are hard at work carrying food to their home. It's a marvel they can pick up such comparatively large objects to their size.
Well, if you want to carry the mighty Fong Kama name and not be squashed under it, you'd better work extra hard, just like these ants.
The same goes for you, Francisca. Oh, and you both almost got crushed by it.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna sit here and hurt.
Go put yourself in timeout.
This case is pain. Why are our favorite cases the ones that hurt us the most?
Because we like punishment.
Yeah, we do.
What are these black speckles?
I believe it's a pile of ants eating away.
Oh, that detective. He claimed that not a single ant slipped by him. And yet, there's a whole hill of them.
Will you stop that? What are you hitting me for?
The replacement for the pathetic detective.
Perhaps I should add this deduction to the detective's growing tab of pay cuts.
Anyway, I wonder what the ants are eating.
From the look and sweet smell of it, pieces of cake and chocolate from a Swiss roll.
Miles Edgeworth. The courthouse is to be kept pristine at all times.
Not again! Ugh! It wasn't me that dropped the food on the ground.
The courthouse must be kept clean.
Oh! I love that bit so much.
He just keeps standing there and taking the beating.
Beatings will continue until morale improves. The dirt on this bench, it smells like some sort of sweet substance.
I can't believe there's someone going around dirtying the courthouse. For shame.
Yes, you made that very apparent, and I'm very lucky you haven't ripped my debut outfit. With that riding crop, do it again and I'm taking it from you.
Good luck.
I won't need it, I'm taller than you.
And I have tricks up my sleeve.
I will take it from you.
You will not.
Ziska.
You will not.
Ziska.
No.
No. Calm down, Franziska. Now take a good look. Doesn't this smudge look kind of like a handprint to you?
I suppose it could be.
Which means that perhaps we can lift the prints of the person who sullied this bench.
I see. And then we'll know the identity of our mystery celeb.
I already have a feeling I know who it is. You there, the lab technician. Could you please find out who this handprint belongs to?
Sir, yes, sir. We've got the results of the fingerprint analysis, sir.
And do we know who they belong to?
Sir, the fingerprints belong to Detective Gumshoe.
Oh, interesting. Good work, officer. And just as I thought.
And there you have it. Now you can dock his pay even more.
Yes, I suppose so.
Now we have the identity of the person who dirtied the bench.
I sense that you and I will be using this information in very different ways.
Dock his pay to get the cleaning and I shall beat him.
Franziska, no. These bits of chocolate and cake, could they not have come from a Swiss roll?
A Swiss roll? Why would a courthouse sell a thing like that?
You're asking that now after we looked at the vending machine and you said you wanted one.
I am still pondering it.
Well, it may not seem like the right venue. However, it is being sold right over there, as we saw.
The vending machine. Yes. Stay neutral as a Swiss stew until the end of these. 2 for $6. Talk about expensive.
Leaving the fact that it's on the expensive side aside, the fact that the cake crumbs and the chocolate bits were found in this hallway suggests that they came from a Swiss roll that was purchased from this machine. I think I have a pretty clear picture of what happened here now.
Naturally. After all, I'm here, aren't I?
Detective Gumshoe must have sat on this bench as he ate a Swiss roll. And as he ate, he dropped it on the floor and sullied the bench.
Ugh. How could he have not cleaned up after himself? How utterly despicable.
Don't you dare whip me again. It wasn't I who made the mess in the first place. Anyway, if it was indeed Detective Gumshoe who bought the Swiss roll, that creates a rather interesting contradiction of facts.
A contradiction? Where?
I think another look at the special courthouse vending machine is in order. I won't rest until I've inspected every suspicious-looking nook and cranny. Doing so good there. I am enjoying the German pronunciation of dollar, by the way.
Yay!
Yes.
Way to go, meow meow.
Did you hear her? Or did you just hear me meowing back?
A little bit of both.
Okay, so you did hear a little bit of enormous attention seeker. Okay, we've already seen this. Oh, we have to deduce, don't we? Yeah, we have to deduce. I honestly, I miss the button when it's up there every time. Anyway, Gummy only had a $5 bonus. That's so sad.
I know.
That was the only money he had to his name, and also, that's your bonus for making detective? Bruh.
I mean, him probably being yelled at the first day didn't help.
No. About Detective Gumshoe's finances, he said that until this morning, he didn't even have a single penny on his personage.
Just how poor is that guy?
If his bonus really was only $5, then he should not have been able to purchase a pack of Swiss rolls. However, facts being as they are, we found cake crumbs on the floor.
Meaning Scruffy must have bought a pack somehow.
Indeed. My god. Again, just the sibs. I like it when they're standing next to each other and doing it, though.
Mm-hmm.
The same expression. The detective should not have been able to purchase a pack, and yet he did. The question is how? This pink rubbery substance, I saw this in a different form earlier today. I believe this is a piece of a popped balloon.
I suppose that's possible.
The balloon probably got a little too close to our friend, the windowsill cactus.
That would be the logical conclusion, yes.
I believe I now have a very firm grasp on what happened here.
Well, I do too.
All right, Francisca, would you care to share what conclusions you've come to?
Why should I do that? We're still in the middle of a competition, you know. We should be checking to see if your conclusion is wrong first. So you go ahead.
It's almost cute that she's going this far to ensure that she wins. Almost. Very well, but first we need to pay his honor a visit to correct his testimony. Your Honor, if I may, I'd like to test your witness testimony to see how it stands up. Do you doubt me? Am I your new suspect? In a sense, I suppose you could say that.
Even you, a judge, is nothing more than a common witness before a fong karma.
Silence in the courtroom. Silence, I said. Mr. New Prosecutor Rebecca... I bit my tongue.
You bit your tongue again, didn't you?
Yes. As a defender of the law, I could never give false testimony. You can even place me under oath if you want. Very well, then. Your testimony, if you please. God. Going back to Udgey's voice is so easy. I don't know if it sounds the same, but to me it does.
It does.
Yeah, going back to Udgey. Udgey and Gumshoe are like the two I have the easiest time with, followed by Miles. During the recess, I went to the restroom. There was a window on the hallway side. In other words, I could see into the hallway. As I entered, I saw the detective buying something from the vending machines. But when I was about to exit the restroom, he had completely disappeared. A detective that goes missing while on duty. That sounds mighty suspicious to me! Your Honor, could you please try to remain calm and keep the octave down? Oh! I'm so used to simply listening to testimonies that I got caught up in the excitement. I'm sorry, Your Honor, but I'm afraid I'm going to have to spoil your fun now.
Hold it!
Your Honor, why exactly did you pay a visit to the restroom, if I may ask? Oh! Well, isn't it obvious? What else do you go to the restroom for? Or maybe, I knew it! You suspect me of some sort of tomfoolery, don't you? Please stay calm, Your Honor. This is going to be much harder than I anticipated. I shat my pants!
Jesus Christ. I didn't even see chat, so that just came out of left field for me.
I literally said it like
Holy
2
shit.
seconds after chat said it. Like, literally about 2 seconds after that appeared.
Shit. I did not even see that,
I'm
so...
just imagining you just sitting there, like, looking at the screen and then just hearing, I shat my pants!
That's pretty much what happened.
It's one of those times.
Very startled.
It's one of those times. You're welcome, loves. Oh my god, we fucking love you. I hope you know that.
Never changed, but my god.
It's one of those times I would fucking pay to just be like, to just have like, to like fucking, oh, what do they call it? To like astral project myself just to see what happened to you as that all played out.
I mean, it wasn't that exciting. I just looked very confused and alarmed for like a split second.
Yeah, it was probably really fucking funny. It's not often I get the jump on you like that. Oh my god.
I mean, it was Kazi who got the jump on me.
Yeah, it is Kazi. That was like a team up. Before you could even look over at chat, just, I shat my pants.
My god.
Oh, God. Oh. High five. High five. High five, chat. Oh. Wait. There we go. Oh, man. Oh. I'm sorry. I'm sorry I shat my pants. Sorry, that lined up too well. You're right. I need to think things through with a level head. I'm just nervous because so much has happened today with this trial. Let's see. I announced a recess and then a time for us to reconvene. But having done all that, I still wasn't able to go to the restroom right away. And why couldn't you? Mr. Faraday had been accused, so I had paperwork to process regarding a new prosecutor. But once I had finished that, I was finally able to make a mad dash to the restroom. At least he stayed consistent on the going to the restroom part of his testimony.
Hold it!
Your Honor, did you really go to the men's restroom? What? What is the meaning of that statement? I simply meant that perhaps he went to a restroom on a different floor or a unisex restroom. I had to go for such a long time. It was all I could do to dash to the closest one to the courtroom. I suppose that's only natural given his circumstances. I ran from the courtroom through this floor's main lobby and down the hallway. Once you enter, you can see there's a window just above the urinals. And it was through that window that you witnessed Detective Gumshoe, Your Honor. Yes, exactly! Your Honor, there is no need to yell. I can hear you just fine. Oh, I guess I put a little too much into that last answer. Now then, let's continue with the testimony. Man, chat is gonna be fucking shook when they hear the anime voice acting for the judge that they have in later games. Chat's gonna be fucking shook because it sounds nothing like him. It sounds better than the than Cloverworks anime's judge, who sounds like he's on death's door constantly. But it sounds nothing like this. But I don't care. This is actually what I sound like. I just have a sore throat in that cutscene.
Hold it!
Are you sure that the person you witnessed was Detective Gumshoe, Your Honor? Yes, I'm absolutely sure. It's hard to miss someone of his stature even from as far away as the courtroom. Besides, I can't think of anyone else with that kind of hairstyle in a big beige coat. Well, I was simply wondering if you were mistaken in what you saw. What? Preposterous! My eyes are as sharp as can be, ready to see through the lies to the truth. Although, recently, things do seem to be a bit fuzzier than they used to be. Clearly, his eyes are not the only things that have gone fuzzy. But allow me to say, with all the honor and dignity of a judge, I am not mistaken in what I saw.
Hold it!
He disappeared. But Your Honor, didn't you just say, I saw that detective buying something from the vending machines? Why, yes, I did. The restroom window looks over the courtyard and right into the hallway. But just as I was about to exit, I took another look and there was no one in sight. That led me to the only solution to this mystery. That detective must have gone into the crime scene lobby number 2 at that point! So he looked into the hallway from the restroom and over the courtyard, did he?
Hold it!
Your Honor, I ask that you please remain calm. No. I'm perfectly calm. You're being anything but perfectly calm.
It appears that His Honor couldn't not have been mistaken in what he saw.
I suppose so, given his line of sight. However, Francisca, why do you suppose our lines of sight are so different?
If you are referring to my height.
Can't you hold that whip still for just a second? Now, about His Honor's testimony, I believe his line of sight to be an important factor, which is why I brought this up. I'm taking that after the investigation.
You will not. If it's that important, why don't you hurry and tell him already?
I will, but there's one more thing I need to do if I am to correct His Honor's testimony. I'm going to need to retrace Detective Gumshoe's movements. Lord help me.
Objection!
What was that finger wag for, Mr. Edgeworth? And don't you know it's rude to shout objection while someone is giving testimony? Ha. If you're truly a man of the law, then you must always be vigilant. For example, I myself never let an opportunity to shout objection pass me by.
Miles Edgeworth, it is one thing to be passionate about your job. But this is real life.
This is what some people may say is the pot calling the kettle black. Your Honor, I wonder if you might take a look at this for me. What is that filth? How dare someone dirty the hallway bench like that? Who is the culprit? That party is hereby found guilty of uncleanliness. If you must know, the uncouth bench sullier has already been placed under arrest thanks to your earlier testimony, Your Honor. Oh? Well, that's good. But who was it? We were able to discover something from the smudge on the bench. Namely, Detective Gumshoe's fingerprints. Not happy with committing murder? He just had to go and dirty the courthouse too? Guilty! Your Honor, please calm down. While it's true that the detective is the one who made the mess on the bench, we have not yet established that his action is related to the double murder. What do you mean? I believe that the detective bought a pack of Swiss rolls from the vending machine and then promptly sat down on the bench to eat one. The cake crumbs and pieces of chocolate on the floor under the bench, and Detective Gumshoe's fingerprints prove my conclusions to be true. Oh, but I still don't understand. Is this whole thing related to how I couldn't see him as I was leaving the restroom? It is indeed. The window in the hallway was built rather high up into the wall, at around a grown adult's chest height. As evidence, I submit that Francisca herself was unable to see out of that window. Don't hit me. What did I just say? I knew I shouldn't have used her height as evidence. But basically, what this means is that the area directly under the hallway window, is a blind spot when the hallway is being viewed from the men's restroom. It seems that you have made the connection. If someone were to sit on the bench under the window, yes, even someone as large as Detective Gumshoe would effectively disappear from sight. What? Do you finally see, Your Honor? Your testimony has just proven that Detective Gumshoe was in the hallway the entire time. Sorry. I didn't mean to say it with that much enthusiasm. All I wanted to do was try saying it once. Here, let me try that again. Hold it! Is there something of value that you'd like to say? Yes, actually, there is. I remembered something else just now. Mr. Edgeworth, please allow me to testify to the court one more time.
Even if we overrule him, he'll just keep talking, won't he?
That might not be a bad thing. The more info, the better in a perfect investigation, right? I suppose it's possible you can't see a seated person from the restroom window. However, that doesn't mean that the detective was sitting there when I looked. Anyway, I forgot to testify earlier about probably the most important detail. As I was leaving the restroom, I heard a loud bang of a gunshot. How is that? That is the testimony of one who judges the crimes of others. Your Honor, could you try to state the important facts first next time?
I agree. Before you go around judging others, you should learn to judge your own words.
I'm sorry. But honestly, I thought that sound was just a noise popper until just now. Now that he mentions it, right before we restarted the trial, he did talk about that. Oh, by the way, was there someone celebrating a birthday during the recess? I could have sworn that I heard a popper going off. Come to think of it, the other day with my grandson. The most critical point in this argument is when did the judge look into the hallway? And whether that lines up with when the gun was actually fired. Your Honor, if I may, I'd like to clarify a few details in your testimony.
Hold it!
In that case, do you concede that you were overconfident in your last testimony? Now hold on there. I just said that it's possible you can't see a seated person from the restroom this time. But you know something? I don't think you know when the prints you referenced were left on the bench, do you? While you have proven that it's possible the detective was sitting, I still have a problem with just when those fingerprints were left. He's right. I have yet to prove when the fingerprints were left on the bench. While he feigns ignorance, His Honor has seen a lot of life. This judge, I mustn't underestimate him. Yeah, a lot of people are just like, oh, Udgey, ha 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 ha, but like, no, he's sharp as a fucking tack. There's a reason he hands down the correct judgment.
Oh, yeah.
Hold it!
Love Udgey. As we established, you went to the restroom during the recess. However, at what point in the recess did you look into that hallway? After I called for a recess, I handled the change of prosecutor paperwork. Maybe about 20 minutes until we reconvened? Yes, that sounds about right. Just as I expected. What are you expecting? And I demand to know what that all-knowing smile is for. Your Honor, that statement you made just now is very important. I'd like for you to append it to your testimony. All right, if you insist. Let's see. I looked into the hallway about 20 minutes before we were to reconvene.
Hold it!
20 minutes before we reconvened. Very well, what did you do after that? Let's see, I had to make some preparations, so I rushed straight back to the courtroom. I also had to track down a few pieces of paperwork for the various bailiffs. So you rushed back to the courtroom despite having just heard a gunshot? Oh, well, at the time, I thought it was just the sound of a noise popper. I really couldn't think of any other explanation than someone having a birthday party. But now that this has happened... I see. Thinking back, the judge did mention something to that effect when we reconvened.
Hold it!
If it's something that forgettable, I don't need to hear it. Yeah, but all I did was forget to mention it.
That sort of excuse may work for other people, but not on a phone comma.
Oh! But it's such an important piece of testimony. Please give me a chance to present it. I suppose I have no choice in the matter.
Hold it!
Your Honor, about what you just said. I know, I couldn't believe it either, but I heard it bang with the gunshot. I heard it loud and clear, then I heard a knee-jerk reaction. And I jumped into the air like this. Yes, just like this. With a wing. Wendy Oldback has prepared me for this moment. Your Honor, please remain calm when you're trying to explain yourself to me. Yes, sir. Sorry about that. And now then, I must gather myself, yes. When I heard the gunshot, there was no one in the hall. I should know. I looked. There was no one there. This judge's emotion circuits appear to be stuck on overreact. I believe that we finally found the flaw in His Honor's testimony.
Yet, sadly, he's completely oblivious to it. But I guess I can't really expect him to be aware of it. Well, what are you waiting for? Hurry up and fill him in.
He was possessed by the badger. The badger isn't around yet, so he's been possessed by... I don't even know what. Some sort of eldritch creature.
At least that thing finally came in handy.
Indeed. Now let's see what happens when I present it to His Honor. You're on... I cannot allow you to make an objection. What? Your Honor, I'm really sorry, but I cannot allow you to not allow me to make an objection. Egads, I've been overruled? Your Honor, there are simply too many holes in your testimony for my taste. What do you mean by that? You claim that you heard the gunshot during the recess, but that is simply not possible. Mr. New Prosecutor recommended by Manfred von...
It's gonna... Well, that went way too quick.
Yeah, that was not me. That's just how fast it goes.
Oh, I know. I know.
It's like, instead of biting your tongue, why don't you bite on something?
Yeah.
I see that you have no mercy for the elderly either, Francisca.
Don't talk back to me unless you want to be whipped in the back.
With your height, you'd need a stepladder or 4 to accomplish that.
What were you thinking, Miles Edgeworth?
I was thinking about the judge's testimony.
You did that awkward twitch of yours.
What awkward twitch?
The one when you're thinking something that you know will get you hit. You've done it for years.
No, I haven't, because you haven't had a riding crop for years.
I would hit you with the notebook, though.
Yes, you would, but that didn't particularly hurt.
You still prepared for it.
As one does when they anticipate they're about to be hit. Remember
Yes.
when books toppled on you from the bookshelf when you tried to reach them by yourself?
I did no such thing.
Yes, you did.
I did not.
Yes, you did. You cried until Nan came to get you.
I did not.
Oh, yes, you did. Your brownies had broccoli in them, by the way.
What?
Mr. Edgeworth! My ears are not that far gone yet, I'll have you know. I can still hear just fine. Miles, you're a dick.
Asshole telling your sister that she's been tricked to eat broccoli.
And I heard the sound of a gunshot loud and clear with my own 2 ears. Your Honor, I have here an interesting bit of testimony. It's from Detective Bad. And according to him, he heard the gunshot right before the trial was about to start again. What did you just say? Your Honor, you just said that you heard the gunshot about 20 minutes before we were to reconvene. How do you explain this glaring contradiction? That can't be! Unfortunately, that is the truth. But I heard it clear as day. Bang! The loud sound of a gunshot! The sound of the gunshot will keep returning to this point of contention. And that piece of evidence, I always did wonder why I found it where I did. However, now that I understand what that gunshot the judge heard really was. Unfortunately, Your Honor, this is what really produced the gunshot that you heard.
Take that!
I found this object in the hallway earlier. What is that pink substance? It may not look it, but this is actually a piece of a balloon. I see. And I suppose you would like me to accept that pink balloon into the court record? Oh, it did the little accepty noise. Little serotonin.
Yeah.
Your Honor, I present this piece of evidence in order to overrule your testimony. What? Your Honor, your argument goes as follows. You saw no one in the hallway when you heard the gunshot. Now, there is no guarantee that the detective was sitting on the bench at the time. Therefore, you believe he must have been at the crime scene, defendant lobby number 2. Am I correct? Yes, that's exactly right. Let me ask you something. Do you think that the gunshot you heard was produced by a real gun? I think I've said enough that even you can figure out the rest on your own. Your Honor, you were fooled by the popping of this balloon into thinking it was a gunshot. What manner of trickery is this?
It was a good effort you put forth, Miles Edgeworth. But if it was me, I would have wrapped this before the judge even testified.
Care to elaborate on how one ends something before it even begins? Well, to be honest, I did think that the sound was a bit off from a real gunshot sound. But who could have guessed that someone would pop a balloon in a place like this? That's true. One doesn't usually think balloons in conjunction with courthouse.
I want to trade these coins with you.
That's it. That balloon that girl was holding. It explains everything. Your Honor, if it makes you feel any better, you didn't lie once in your testimony. However, I can't really vouch for its accuracy. Who knew that giving testimony could be such a difficult thing to do? What have I done? I owe Detective Gumshoe a very, very big apology. I will see to it myself that he is released. Wait. There are still a few things I have yet to resolve about what happened in the hallway. Your Honor, I request your permission to further question Detective Gumshoe. But why? I thought we just cleared his name. Whether we did just now or not, I still cannot say. The only thing I can do for now is to continue in my quest for the perfect explanation. And to that end, I must resolve the remaining issues pertaining to the events that occurred in the hallway. Very well. Bailiff, please bring Detective Gumshoe into the courtroom. I must fulfill my mission and find the perfect explanation to this case. What is it now? Is it time for my trial already? I already told you a gazillion times, pal, I didn't do it. I'll be the judge of that, Detective Gumshoe.
No, you won't. I'll be the judge of that.
No. I'm the judge around here, and I'll be the judge of that. Who's on first? Why can't you guys be a little less judgmental? Also, what's on second? Yes, well, speaking of hasty judgments, Detective Gumshoe, I'm afraid I must apologize for an error in judgment on my part. Your Honor, I don't believe you should apologize just yet. We have yet to prove he is completely innocent of this crime. I guess so. What are you guys talking about? In any case, I would like you to testify as to your actions while you were on guard duty. And please remember, you are not on trial. This is all just part of the investigation. As such, you may still be found to be innocent. However, if you should give false testimony... Yeah!
My whip will object loud and clear.
Thank you, Ziska. Very punctual.
You're quite welcome.
If you are found to be lying, you will be held indefinitely. Understood? I got you, pal. Speaking back on the state of the crime scene and the judge's testimony, it's obvious that Detective Gumshoe is lying. And if I can't break his lie, then we may never get a break in this case. I forgot about Gummy's eyes.
Just looking off into
No thoughts, head empty.
all two brain cells are working overtime.
He has many of his brain cells as my kitten does. Oh, we love you, Gummy. And just floof in that head.
I mean, it really is.
Yeah, it is. Sweet
Especially
man.
right now.
Oh my god. He's like, man, that Swiss roll was tasty. I feel like I dropped a bit of it, though. I mean, I'm not as full as when I usually have, like, a Swiss roll. Could I have dropped a bit of it? Nah, I wouldn't have done that. I came down here to this courthouse on Detective Bad's orders. As soon as I got here, he ordered me to stand guard in front of lobby number 2. From that time on until I heard the gunshot, I was in that hallway the whole time. On my honor as a detective, I swear it wasn't me, pal.
He is still singing the same tired tune.
In that case, I'll just have to change the melody. I know he's lying, and it's time I pulled the information I need out of him.
Hold it!
So, was it really Detective Bad who called you down here?
You bet it was, pal. I was left in charge of the precinct while everyone was out, and this call comes in. I want you down here in 1 minute flat, he said. Well, I thought this was my big chance, my first case, so I made a mad dash down here. Although I couldn't exactly get here in a minute flat.
So how long did it take you?
About 10 minutes, I guess.
And what was Detective Bad doing when you finally made it?
He was waiting for me down on the first floor of the entranceway, pal.
Hold it!
And by he, you mean...
Detective Bad, of course. And this being my first time at this courthouse. He also walked with me up to the third floor hallway in front of the defendant lobbies.
And did you meet anyone along the way?
Well, just as we entered the hallway, we ran into Ms. Yu. When he heard from Ms. Yu that Mr. Faraday was not to be interrupted, that's when Detective Bad told me to stand guard in the hallway, pal.
So far, Detective Gumshoe's testimony is matching up with Detective Bad's.
Hold it!
You claim to have been in the hallway the whole time. However, is it not a fact that you did something while you were in that hallway?
Of course I did something. I guarded the door to lobby number 2, pal. What else?
Very well then, and what exactly does guarding that door entail?
Well, to put it simply... Oh, I know. It's my job to stand in front of the door without moving an inch.
Oh, Detective Gumshoe, you mean to tell me that you didn't take a single step away from the door to lobby number 2? Is that really what you wish to testify to the effect of?
You got it, pal. I didn't take a single step away from that door just like I was ordered to. Why is everyone so quiet all of a sudden and humming?
Because we are all in shock and awe of your utter stupidity.
Scruffy, if you're going to lie, at least tell us a more believable one.
Oh, not the whip! Ouch! But I'm not lying.
I should hurry up and bring this insipid testimony to a close. No, Miles. We press.
And until I heard the gunshot, I didn't take a single step away from the lobby number 2 door.
Hold it!
I'm only going to ask you one more time, Detective Gumshoe. Are you sure you stood in front of the door to lobby number 2 the entire time?
Yep, after I was told to by Detective Bad, I stood in front of that door without a single break. So believe me when I say that I was in that hallway the whole time already, pal. No, not the humming again.
Apparently, someone has a bit of trouble reading between the lines.
What's that supposed to mean? I don't...
Be quiet.
Ouch!
Should hurry up and bring this insipid testimony to a close. Again. No, Miles, we press!
Hold it!
Would you
Miles
also be-
secretly just being like, why do I keep doing this?
Yeah, he's like, I feel like I'm being controlled. You are, just not by me. Cries. Would you also be willing to swear that there was no one else in the hall besides you?
What are you talking about? I just swore to you that I was doing my job, pal.
Oh, then what are you acting so nervous for?
What? I'm not nervous at all, pal. Anyway, not a single person other than myself was in that hall the whole time.
I should just let it go. Pursuing this train of thought at this time would just be a waste of time.
Just such a foolishly foolish contradiction. It's Such a foolishly foolish testimony is just plain foolish.
I'm glad you finally learned the English word, Francisca. You are very fond of it.
It is quite fun to say.
I know, you say it all the time in German.
I do not.
Ziska, it was your first word.
You were not around for my first word.
Was an educated guess. She's just staring at it.
Have you know my first word was mama.
Oh. That's rather sweet, actually.
Anyway.
Yes. Indeed. However, in the pursuit of the perfect investigation, I'm afraid we have to deal with it. By squashing it under the weight of the evidence. Miles just thinking about how he has no mom now. Gregory was a single parent.
I mean, Francisca really doesn't have a mom either.
No.
Objection!
I have an objection.
What is it, pal?
Detective Gumshoe, I wonder if you might recognize this from somewhere.
Hey, it's one of those things. The courthouse special Swiss rolls, right, pal?
Precisely. In that case, I suppose that you also recall the sullied hallway bench.
Hey, you know what? I think it was probably me that did that. Detective Gumshoe, you know that you can't go around dirtying up the courthouse like this.
You inconsiderate Sullivan pig.
I promise to clean it up later, I swear.
And now then, shall we get down to business? About the fact that you didn't move even a single step in front of the door. If that really were the case, then how were you able to buy a pack of Swiss rolls?
Ah!
Furthermore, if you didn't move a single step from in front of the door, how did you manage to get the bench dirty with your grubby hands?
Ouch!
It appears that Francisca's whip can do more damage than my words alone can.
All right, I confess, pal. I was hungry, so I bought a pack for myself, okay? I thought I'd get chewed out again if anyone found out about me eating on the job. So I didn't want to say anything.
Well, unfortunately for you, I saw you do the whole dastardly deed. I clearly saw you buying a pack of Swiss rolls from the vending machine.
Ugh, okay, I'm sorry for lying. But that's all I'm sorry for, you got that? Because I'm not holding anything else back.
That last statement, it may sound like it makes sense. However, there is something I don't quite believe about it. Are you sure you're not withholding further information from us?
Huh? Of course not. I've got nothing else to hide, pal.
Oh, if only that were true, Detective Gumshoe.
But it is true, pal. I swear there's nothing else.
Detective Gumshoe, I'm sure you are aware of the price of a pack of Swiss rolls, correct?
Huh? Remind me again, pal?
That vending machine out in the hallway is selling packs of 2 Swiss rolls for $6 a pack.
And yet, according to you, you didn't have any cash on you until you cashed your $5 annual bonus check. Isn't that right?
Oh.
Let me ask then, how did you manage to purchase a pack all by yourself? Can you provide me with a proper explanation to that?
Yeah, I told you I bought it by myself, pal. There wasn't anyone else in that hallway with me. There's no one else who could have helped me buy it. Wait, don't tell me. You've got some kind of proof that there was someone else in the hallway, don't you?
Correct.
As if you could. I mean, what are the chances of that? Wait. You do?
Of course I do.
What? Ow!
Take that!
Oh, I thought that was it. I thought it was a maroon.
No. Apparently not.
Oh, I know what it is. Okay. Sorry, I thought ahead again. I went from A to C.
Take that!
Hey, you showed that to me not 2 seconds ago, pal.
I think you're under the mistaken impression that I bought this pack of rolls.
Wait, if you didn't buy it, that means you must have stolen it, you thief!
What? I would never do such a thing.
All you liars are the same. You start out as thieves. You're under arrest, pal.
I believe you meant to assert that all thieves start out as liars. And in that case, what does that say about you, detective? This particular Swiss roll was dropped by a certain someone.
Oh,
There were 2 rolls in this package. You ate one of them, but you then gave the other one to a certain other person, didn't you?
no way, pal. You got it all wrong. I ate both of them.
It would appear that we've caught you at last.
Hey, don't you dare do anything bad to that girl.
It would appear that they do know each other after all. So, why do you continue to come up to me and kick me? Have I wronged you somehow?
Name, and it's Kay.
Kay what?
Kay Faraday.
Faraday? Are you perhaps Mr. Faraday's daughter?
I'm not a you, I'm Kay.
Kay. You know, good little girls don't kick other people. Especially not hard enough to leave big, nasty bruises like the way you do.
Well, then you shouldn't have put Gummy under arrest, mister.
I know, Tiny K. Oh my god, I'm like screaming inside. Gummy. My guess is she's talking about Detective Gumshoe.
What's a cute nickname you've given him?
Says the one who calls him Scruffy, which is also a cute nickname, which was then adopted by Pearl Faye.
I know.
Which, like, let's be real, Pearl is hands down the cutest.
Oh my goodness.
Maybe competing, no. One other assistant gives her a run for her money, and that's it. And it is not Kay. As much as I love Kay, it is not Kay. Only one other assistant may be cuter than Pearl Faye.
I think the other assistant might
Might
would agree
win?
with that statement.
Yeah.
I think she wins.
By a hair, though. Like, it's hard.
Gummy didn't do anything wrong.
Kate.
It appears that I will need to speak with her in a bit more detail.
Ah,
Oh my god, she roars. We're nearly at the end of the chapter. Are you good? We've got to talk to Kay, and then we're good.
Yeah.
Okay, we can stop here as well if you would like. Because I don't know how much exposition we're gonna get from Kay.
Yeah, let's call it.
Okay. Yeah, because I don't know how much exposition Kay is gonna give us, so we'll save that for next time. So I don't know. Oh, thank you, Hermod, you sweet bot. There's no need. So yeah, we'll leave y'all with Kay's banging tune. We may actually end up going into next week with this case. This is taking quite a while.
It's the siblings.
Oh, the chaotic sibling energy that
Yep.
we ran across last time, and we were like, man, investigations is gonna take fucking forever, and then we're just like, doopadoo, we can get it. Yeah. So tiny baby K and her scrappy little roaring self will have to wait until next time. But until then, thank you guys so much for coming and so much for watching. It means the world to us, and we will see you guys next time. This has been Danny.
And Katie.
And we will see you guys later. Have a good one and take it easy.